Ethan Walker, a quiet, humble guy living in downtown Chicago. He wasn't the type of man people noticed in a crowd. He wore simple clothes, drove an old Honda, and worked like an ordinary employee at a local delivery company. Nobody knew that the ordinary man they walked past was hiding a truth big enough to change lives. And one person who especially looked down on him was Amelia Hart, the new assistant manager at the company. Amelia was confident, stylish, sharp-tongued, and raised in a wealthy family. She believed in status, in image, in people knowing their place. And to her, Ethan was just nobody. A simple delivery driver. A man with no ambition. Someone she didn't even try to respect. But Ethan? He never reacted. Never argued. Never raised his voice. He just smiled politely and continued doing his work. The employees often wondered why he never defended himself. They didn't know that Ethan had lived a life full of storms that had taught him patience instead of pride. What no one knew was this. Ethan Walker was the sole heir to Walker Enterprises, one of the biggest private tech companies in the United States. His father had passed away 2 years earlier, leaving him billions, but Ethan had no interest in living the flashy billionaire life. He wanted to connect with real people, work normal jobs, and understand the world from the ground level. He wanted to build a company that helped people, not just make profit. So he hid his wealth. Hid his name. Hid everything. Until one day, everything changed. It was a freezing winter evening. The company was running late on shipments, and Amelia was stressed. She shouted at the staff, blamed Ethan for being slow, and sent him out on an extra route at 9 p.m. While driving through icy roads, Ethan saw a small car slip on black ice and crash into a ditch. Without hesitation, he pulled over. He rushed down, opened the car door, and was shocked. It was Amelia. Her forehead was bleeding, her hands shaking. Her voice trembled as she whispered, "Ethan. I don't know what to do." He didn't think twice. He wrapped his jacket around her, carried her to his car, and drove straight to the hospital. Amelia cried quietly the whole way, not just from pain, but from shame. She had treated him poorly. And now this man, the man she thought was beneath her, was the one saving her life. At the hospital, while filling out emergency forms, the nurse asked Ethan for identification. Amelia watched, confused, as the nurse's expression changed. "Sir, your insurance is linked to Walker Enterprises. Are you from that family?" Amelia's breath caught in her throat. Ethan just smiled softly. "Yes. But please, focus on treating her." For the first time, Amelia looked at him not as a worker, but as a human being she'd misjudged completely. When she was discharged the next day, she asked him, "Why didn't you tell anyone who you are? Why let people look down on you?" Ethan replied gently, "Because people show their true selves when they think you have nothing to offer them." Amelia broke down crying. "I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Ethan." He forgave her instantly, not because she apologized, but because he never held anything against her. Ethan believed everyone could grow, everyone could learn, everyone deserved a second chance. Over the next weeks, Amelia changed. Truly changed. She became kinder to employees, more patient, more responsible. She asked Ethan about his dreams, his ideas, his plans to help people. And Ethan, seeing her sincerity, shared his vision. "I want to start a foundation for low-income workers," he said. "People who are overlooked, ignored, just like I was." Amelia helped him build it. The project grew. The company improved. Workers felt respected. And slowly, Amelia and Ethan grew closer. One evening, standing on a rooftop overlooking Chicago's skyline, Amelia said softly, "Ethan. I want to thank you. Not just for saving my life, but for changing it." He looked at her with warmth. You changed your own life, Amelia. I just gave you a push. She smiled, a real smile, the kind he'd never seen before. Can I walk beside you in this journey? Ethan nodded. Only if you walk with me, not behind me, not ahead of me. And with that, the girl who once looked down on him, learned to look up to him. Not for his money. Not for his status. But for his heart.